So I have a question for you. What comes to mind when I use the term mental health? Better yet, what type of reactions do you have when I use the word therapy? Do any of these sound familiar? Should I talk to somebody about this? Oh no, what will my family say? Or better yet, therapy. I don't need therapy. Therapy's for crazy people. Whether that thought stems from an old paradigm or maybe just some misinformation about mental health, allow us to shift that perspective just a smidget. Remember, mental health is a state of well-being in which a person realizes their own capabilities and abilities. They can cope with stress pretty good on a day-to-day basis, and they can show up and show out, working productively and fruitfully. And most importantly, they find a way to give back into their community. Mental exhaustion is when you feel the burnout, not like a physical workout. Actually, however, we really want you to understand that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. That even just ruminating thoughts, just like some of the ones that we talked about earlier, with those left unanswered, it can leave you with a feeling that's really heavy and daunting. So yeah, mental exhaustion is when you feel the burnout. So how do we spot when we're starting to feel that burnout? How do we know when our mental health is being affected? I think we first have to start by giving credit and giving acknowledgement to the roles that you play on an everyday basis. You're a mom, you're a husband, you're a CEO, you're a teacher. And within those duties, the responsibility that ensues, man, you're constantly giving. You're giving love. You're giving nurture. You are providing for everyone that comes within your contact. And guess what? All of that takes energy. It takes energy to love. It takes energy to provide. So, what happens over time? Over time, we get tired. Over time, it can just start to take a toll. Mental exhaustion occurs when we're spreading ourselves way too thin. Mental exhaustion occurs when we lack the preparation, the action, and the maintenance for self-care. So, the indicators, how do we know? Here's a few tips, all right? Our routine. Our routine is everything, right? When we wake up, how we take care of our families, how we get the kids on the bus, our jobs. After work, cleaning, maintaining the household, maintaining bills. There's a functionality and there's a pattern to all of that. And again, over time, the routine can take a toll on us. So here are some areas that we would like to point out to kind of pay attention to give you that aha moment that, yeah, I got to take a 30-second time out for myself. So if you are experiencing a marked increase or decrease in your sleeping patterns, that's an indicator. If there are times where you know, yeah, I need to eat something and we're not, that's an indicator. If you find yourself actually having thoughts even of, man, why am I not sleeping that good? Or why is it so hard for me to get things done around the house? Baby, that's because mental exhaustion is starting to set in. When you start to notice that your routine is off, that is a big sign that, hey, I need to take a 30-second time out for myself. That means you have to take the time to cultivate that space to make sure that you're giving back to yourself. Remember, your mental health matters.